How to recover a backup of Ansible automation platform. This is very useful for disaster recovery as well as for recovering some data that you accidentally cancel from your system. Now let's figure it out. We obtained the backup file using the Ansible automation platform installer running the .setup command with the option -b. After a long series of Ansible code, we obtained one file that is a tarball containing all the requirement files to restore the system. In my case, this file is called Ansible Automation Platform Backup 2023 with a date and a time, and this file is more or less 500 megabytes. Now, starting from this, let's see how to restore in a very clean environment. To begin the restore process, we need the exact version of Ansible Automation Platform that created the archive. Where to find out? Inside the Red Hat Customer Portal. Jump to the Download section, select Ansible Automation Platform, and well, you just need to log in, of course. Once you successfully logged in, you get the opportunity to select the product, the exact version, and the type of operating system. For example, I'm selecting 2.4 for L9 and with the architecture of ARM64. And you can choose to download the online or the setup bundle archive. The bundle is a bit larger, but it contains all the requirement files for installing your system. Now, let's back to the system. Cool, now we are in the system where we would like to restore a file. We have a Ansible Automation Platform installation file, and let me decompress this one, and the backup file, the latest available, in my case 2023 August with time and date. So this is a classical extraction of a tarball of the Ansible Automation Platform setup file. Yeah, I know, it seems a bit strange using the setup tool to performing also the backup and restore, but it makes completely sense because we back it up the database and all the necessary services as well our inventory file. So at the moment my backup file contains Ansible Automation Platform with all the components. So we just need to wait until this archive is decompressed. Now we have our Ansible Automation Platform. Let me remove the archive that we don't need anymore and the backup file. Let me move the backup file inside the bundle directory and let me enter in it. Cool. Now we have the setup script, we have a backup file, but let me add a symlink to the Ansible Automation Backup and let's call it latest.tar.gz. The reason why I'm doing is because the restore file, the restore procedure is actually looking for this latest symlink that pointed out to the backup file with the latest version. So now I'm ready to actually run the restore process after setting up all the requirement system. So for executing, I need to run the setup file with a -r for restore operation. If the backup file was in a different location, we can specify in a different area. Cool. Okay, great. This was super fast. Okay, let me take a look exactly on the backup log. So as we can see scrolling up, no host matched. So this means that we don't need only the backup file, we actually need also the inventory file that tell to the restore process exactly which host we are going to execute. In my case, I would like to restore the host with a full name ah.example.com, that is Automation Hub. So let me copy the inventory file and re-execute the restore process again. Now, inventory file solved. Let me verify that here I have under the Automation Hub the right file. No, as you can see, under the Automation Hub of this section, we actually don't have any host. So let me check it out. Oh, because I know why. I was copying under the home directory the file. So now let me take a look at this inventory file, and here we are. Under Automation Hub there is ah.example.com with a connection local. So cool. Now let me execute as a root. So I have a full power to execute this restore operation. Under the downloads, here we are. We are again inside the exact same situation. We are inside the bundle directory with a setup file, and we are good to go with the restoration process. We have the inventory file in place, and we have the latest backup running. Now let me hit enter and the magic will happen. As you can see, everything is ended up with a different error. Cool. Okay, this error is pretty clear. It means that it's trying to stop some Ansible Automation Hub services that are not running on the current node. So we need to find a way to skip it out. Okay, the error is not clear at all, but what it's trying to say is that we need to have a fully working Ansible automation platform in our system before being able to perform the restore. So first of all, let me install again my Ansible automation platform using the inventory file that we saved before, and we will be able to have all the services running and to restore our system. Yay! Once we get the final confirmation that our setup is successful, we can start the restore procedure. Now we have everything that we need. We have a successfully installed system, we have our backup system and our inventory. Let me run again the setup.shell with -r option for restore. It's going to take a while, depends by the size of your backup, because a lot of information need to copy it back in the database and all the system need to set it up for restoring our actual data. But everything is automatic and everything will be executed by our installer procedure. So let me recap. We were starting from a fresh machine, we were installing a fresh copy of Ansible automation platform, and now we are actually recovering the data from a previous backup. This is as I said before, this is a disaster recovery scenario where we try to start with everything fresh and new, ready to execute to restore our data. Here we go. We have a successfully execution, and now the data is successfully restored. As you can see, there is also a restore.log file that we can check it out just to verify that everything is okay. Actually, there are different ways to verify that our backup was successfully. I found myself that the best way is actually to open my browser, connect to the expected URL ah.example.com. Wow, we get a login page, good signs, everything seems up and running. Let me connect with the expected password, and boom, we have the content that we were expecting. So the full database of a collection, namespace and repository in our Ansible Automation Hub. So basically we restore successfully our data from the backup, and as you can see, everything was created a few minutes ago. Cool! Now we know how to restore the data inside our Ansible automation platform. In this case, I was using Automation Hub, but we can extend the same approach to restore the full platform with Ansible controller, event-driven automation, and Automation Hub. Cool! Thank you! Let's automate more!